Good thing. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Anti-Tech Cast. My name is Griffin Kegel, and today I'm talking with our very own Nayla Agameya and her mother, Mai Mokhtar. Welcome. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us. We're super excited to talk
Yeah,
about this.
so excited.
Yeah, totally. Thanks. We're excited too. Thanks for coming on. So yeah, I guess the reason that Nyla thought it would be a good idea to bring you on today is I've seen pictures of and now heard all about this wonderful roof garden that you've been I don't know, gathering and taking very good care of and getting really passionate about. And it sounds really cool. And yeah, I wanted to hear more about it. So I guess you're in Alexandria, right? In like the heart of the
Yeah,
city.
Alexandria, Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess what is like, there's a certain kind of city life that a lot of people that listen to this show and that we talk to that, there's a lot of negative aspects of city life and I can imagine that there were probably many parts that inspired you to start doing roof gardening to try to escape from some of that. So I guess I wanted to ask you what I don't know what was it about or I guess what was it that first inspired you to kind of like make this garden and spend your time on it? Like,
Yeah. Okay. At first, we had a farm for my family had a big farm in the suburbs.
mhm.
So I was brought up there and spent lots of years there. So I love the greenery. I love flowers, plants, and so on. So when I was married and we came here to this. It's like a building. It's a family building. We all live in it, all family. So we had this roof. It was empty. So I thought, why don't I plant it and make it a place where we can sit and spend some time in the afternoon and in the morning. But in the morning, it's a little bit overcrowded. the
Oh yeah.
cars around you, yeah, it's very crowded. The city here is where we live in the middle of the city, heart of the city.
Mhm.
So whereby the kids go to school every day in the morning, and people go to work. So it's really crowded. So in the afternoon, it's a little bit better. But I spent most of my day upstairs, يعني more time than in the apartment.
It's a nice little escape from the city.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Yeah.
I guess also she wanted to like remake the suburban farm. I remember it vaguely, but I've been there a couple of times when I'm older. But they used to spend so much time in this. It was literally full of horses and greenery and just like a kind of free range place where like everything natural occurred with no like tech. Like it was just a place that was in the middle of nowhere. So she wanted to somewhat create that greenery and what it emanated on a roof because she missed it so much. Because now we don't have time to go because everyone has their jobs and have their like are in the somewhat rat race, right? Like no one's that free anymore. But a long time ago, I remember they used to go all the time, and it was like they had the best of times there with their friends and just enjoying their own company. They didn't even need anything but to be with one another and in nature. So I guess my mom wanted to show us like a piece of what she had in her own childhood upstairs, since we can't go as much. We don't have the luxury of going every week there at all, to say the least. Maybe even once a year we go. So I guess that's what she had in mind, and to escape obviously the trenches of the city life here with the noise pollution and obviously the actual pollution that's from like so many different industries around us. And so I guess she wanted to somewhat have like her little hub up there so she can kind of escape that city like essence that's like omnipresent around us all.
Yeah, and by the way, our wedding was there. Me and
Oh,
Naila's
that's
father.
awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
That's a perfect spot. So yeah, it's you feel more at peace when you're
Yeah,
in that
you're
kind of
right.
environment. We're not
Yeah.
built for the city life that many of us are
No.
kind of forced into now. Yeah. So like, what kind of plants do you have up there? It sounds like you have a huge variety. Like, what kind of things are you growing?
I have them. I did all I got all the plants from nurseries around me. They were
Mhm.
very small, and then they began to become bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
They're like because the names are different here in Egypt than in the States, I
Sorry,
think.
our cat
But
is
I have lots of
Okay.
Christmas trees. Christmas trees
Okay.
grow very well up in the roof because it needs sun and it needs water. I water all the plants 2 times a day.
Okay.
One time early in the morning, around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then the second time around sunset, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So the Christmas trees, the evergreen, we call them the evergreen. They are the kind where they need direct light and lots of water. So they grow very well, and we'll use them in the Christmas.
Yeah,
we'll get one downstairs in the apartment, and we'll decorate it.
That's awesome. You don't even have to go buy one. You just haul one off from the roof. That's
They're
great.
usually very expensive at that time. To buy a big one, it's really expensive here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saving a lot there.
Yeah.
Do you so you got Christmas trees. Are you I heard you do you have some like herbs and stuff? You're growing food and stuff up there too?
Now from now on, now I have mint, I have rosemary, I have I'm planning to plant arugula and lettuce.
I love
arugula. For the time being, I have only the herbs, the mint and the rosemary and the basil.
So I think my mom is starting basic with just like she puts mint in her tea and then basil on our food, but she wants to grow to making like our salads out of the lettuce that's upstairs and growing tomatoes, and she wants to take it like gradually. So I think like a lot of listeners can take after her and like starting with like baby steps and how to grow your own food. Like she didn't want to drastically just grow like primary food. She wanted to start with like garnishing and then evolve and then go from there to like lettuce on our salad and then tomatoes. And what other things did you have in mind?
Lettuce, arugula, tomato, cucumber, some fruits, maybe strawberries, mangoes. But I'm planning to plant the things in like a hydroponic system. It's a new system that doesn't have soil. It grows in like pipes or and it depends on water. There is a water system that water the plants automatically. So I'm planning to
tell them about your friend that has a whole like.
I have this friend. She has like she has a village in the suburbs. They're very poor people there, but she made them like all the roofs are hydroponic, and they sell the products that they plant. So this is very useful and it's very successful there.
Like so people who don't have jobs at all, she collects them in like an area, like she kind of makes hostels for them, and she makes them work. She doesn't just give them money. She goes by the concept like teach a man how to fish, like feed him for a lifetime, right? So instead of giving him money, so she basically just garners everyone who, like, let's say she goes around the village, she sees who doesn't have a job, she compiles everyone, and like they have their own hostels, and every day they wake up in the morning, either whoever likes knitting, they knit stuff, whoever likes planting, they go on the roof and do their work on their hydroponics. Like she just loves making people do what they love and then selling it afterwards. She doesn't want to just make them work as like laborers and they don't like what they do. No, she wants them to do stuff they like, and then they go on and sell it. So it's super cool. So my mom actually went a couple of times to see what she's done. She's changing people's lives, and
she did a great job.
She did a great job with changing not only people's lives, but changing their mindset on work and job, and how like having a job and how it can actually be fun. So they're enjoying their time a lot, and also they're making money out of it. So it's a win-win situation. So.
Yeah, at least it's healthy vegetables and fruits and
exactly. Not getting dependent on all this cheap processed food.
So I'm thinking to get this expert man there who knows everything about the hydroponic, and he settles the thing up here in the roof.
That's all. Wait, so what is it? I guess I'm not much of a gardener myself. What is it about hydroponic that's the advantage? Is it just that there's no soil, so you don't have to spend all your time with that?
Plants is planted in like pipes or tubes,
it's like pipes, like white pipes along like a rail. So basically the advantage is that you don't have to use so much soil, right? Like, and even with the soil, like let's say when you're done, it either like it goes to waste or you compost it. So that's not a hassle. You don't have that hassle. So it's only like they grow through water only, right?
Yeah, watering system.
So you just do you give them nutrients through the water? Is that how they get their nutrients? Okay, I see. Interesting.
And obviously sunlight isn't right, or
no, it's not
necessary.
No, not necessary.
So I don't know how it works, the mechanism.
I have to get this guy to show us exactly what does he need, what else he needs than the pipes and the things. But they grow everything you can eat. I saw tomatoes, I saw cucumber, I saw bell peppers, everything.
That's amazing. So yeah, one day
Yeah,
you could like
amazing.
make an entire
Yeah.
meal just from your
Yeah, I
roof.
mean, exactly. That's the plan, hopefully, in the future.
But at the beginning, I might grow these kind of vegetables in a bathtub. You get a big
Oh,
bathtub, a huge one, and you can make your salad plate from the bathtub. I can grow all the vegetables in this bathtub and take them in my salad.
that's amazing. I love
Yeah.
it. That's so great. I had no idea that you were, getting involved in the community like that too, and teaching other people how to
Yeah.
do this. And
Yeah,
that's great, teaching people how to
because
actually do the thing and take pride in what they make.
yeah,
And
you're right. And the main idea in this bathtub that you need to grow plants, you need to dig in very deep. So the bathtub is deep, So
Mhm.
and many people now they don't use them; they throw them.
Yeah, they throw the bathtubs.
It's not used here.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I'll take them. Yeah. So I'll take them and plant my vegetables in the.
That's so cool. Do you have any tubs on the roof right now that are growing things?
I'm getting one. Yes.
You're getting one.
I'll show it to you. Yeah, I'll take a photo soon.
Where will you put it?
In the back.
Behind,
Yeah,
the back.
behind. Yeah.
Because our roof looks pretty nice, so I don't want that bathtub in the middle of it.
Right.
You can put it in the back, not in the.
You could be cool. You could paint it. I don't know. Make it look like a plant or something. Yeah, make it look nice.
Maybe. Yeah.
Green.
Maybe green. Yeah, with the plants on it. Yeah. It would be nice.
So I've also heard that you have a pretty unique method of caring for your plants, that you like to not just water them, but you like to have a little chat with them too.
Yeah, I have to in the morning. I have to play some music for them, and sing for them a little bit. And sometimes I talk to them to see how are they going. And this has made a big difference. Yeah, in the summer, we usually go to our summer house in the North Coast. So I stay there maybe a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a problem at the beginning because I wanted someone to come and take care of the plants in the roof. So there is this guy who comes and he waters them, but he doesn't give them the emotions. So I found when I came back, I found they were okay, but they were sad. They weren't that happy, and I started watering them for 1, 2, 3 days. They became cheerful, and I found them growing well.
So my mom believes kind of to apply some philosophy. So she's a panpsychist, basically. She believes that these plants are conscious, right? And not only conscious is as an intelligence, but feelings and emotions as well. Like they do have that. She believes that because the guy was doing his job. He really was, but his heart and soul and passion and attention was not in it, not like my mom, where she sings to them, she talks to them. I remember once she actually made me tell each one of them, I love you in Arabic, and she forced me to tell them, and people were looking at me like I'm okay. But I understand her. I understand where she's coming from, because it actually really does help when you do it from the heart, and she believes they are conscious and they do feel and they do have emotions, right? That's why you talk to them, you nurture them, you care them, just like people and like humans and pets, just like how you care for us, you care for them too. So she really does believe in that, and it shows a lot in how vibrant the roof is versus how it was in the summer. So
that made a big difference.
That's amazing.
When I cuddled them, they they cuddle me back. So every day I have to listen to music, and they listen with me, and I take good care of them.
Is there a particular kind of music that they're into that you find is?
I like the old. Humma?
What do they like?
They like old kind of music.
Okay, nice. You got a good variety going.
My mom is an old soul completely. Like she plays old music for them. Like she's completely in touch with like that kind of when were you born? 70s music.
1970s, yeah.
So she likes that kind of like music when she grew up. So I guess it also stems from what music was played in the farm, right?
Yeah.
And how you want to elicit the same feeling here. Right. So she just wants to like kind of garner this kind of aura that was around in the farm and how vibrant it was, and kind of bring it here up in the roof. So I see it a lot in what she does.
Yeah, and the roof also had a very nice another thing, the cat that I saved from the club. There's this cat that I play like running. I jog in the morning, and we have a club near our house. So one day I was running, and then I found this kitten. She was attacked by another cat or another dog. So she was very badly hurt. So she started coming to me and as if she's telling me, take me with you, save me. So I stayed. Whenever I go, she goes behind me. So I stayed for half an hour. She doesn't want to leave me. So I decided to take her home with me. I took her, and now the roof is her home.
Oh, that's
She
great.
lives in the roof. It's been like a year and a bit, yeah?
Yeah, she goes downstairs, she goes around, and then she comes back and sleeps in the roof. So it's full of positive vibes.
Yeah, it's full of my mom is a big on rescue as well. Like the cat we have now, which was just near us, she was a rescue. She was hit by a car in our street, and the doctor said she wouldn't survive. She had like internal bleeding, and my mom didn't want to give up on her, so she took her in and she got her like medication, and now she's alive and well.
Yeah.
She's our pet at home. So yeah, all my mom like believes completely in like animals like as rescues, right? Like so I guess like there's an overarching theme to like my mom's way of life in that she kind of likes the raw essence of things, right, in their own nature, and she likes vulnerability, and she looks for kind of these diamonds in the rough, right? These plants wouldn't have had a home at all because of what you did like for them, and you nourish them, and as well as with the cat, right? Like vulnerability is like a big part in like she tries to like kind of make things out of like nothing, right? Like in a way, like I feel like she tries to do that. So and she does it in a very natural way. Like I just like her way of thinking, because it's very like it's a lot of stuff that we believe in anti-tech, right? I see it a lot in her, like just naturally. She just
I don't see it myself, but she sees
I see it a lot. Yeah. So that's
yeah. And also there's this kind of I have that fence in the roof, so it does any pot that I need to put it there, it doesn't go inside because it's like a fence. So I decided to hire someone, and he has a factory, and I showed him some pictures, and I designed it, and he did it for me. It's special because So whenever anyone comes here, they're very happy with what I did, and I did lots of work in the roof.
It took a lot of work to make this roof happen, actually. So
with nice ideas and different ideas, and
that's great. Bringing some of that like love and passion and recognition of other life into this city atmosphere, like that's great. And like you said, it takes hard work and it takes dedication, and it's not just something that comes from nothing. You have to
and also the thing that made me happy that several of our neighbors, they called me and they asked me to help them in planting the roof. They were very happy. They can see, and I put that at night it's very nice with the baby lights, and the tent it's all decorated with baby lights, and so it looks very nice from for all the people around us.
Yeah, she wants to like influence like a lot of other buildings to like do roofs of themselves, right? Like she wants to like start like this like movement in the city to like be more green, right? Like to grow stuff on our roofs and in our gardens, and these gardens that are completely like they're abundant with space, but no trees, no one plants anything anymore, no plants. So she wants to start influencing so many other people to do the same, right? Because we're sick of this dense, kind of industrial kind of city life, right? It's not very more metropolitan, not industrial, but in a way it elicits some industry, right? Like with a lot of factories around us and a lot of stuff. So she wants to get out of that and try to like grow more things, make it more green, like
productive.
Exactly. So
that's great. Yeah, you could have a whole green neighborhood. You fly overhead and you think it's like a forest. That's great too, because I know there are some cities in the States, I don't know if there may be more, but I know at least in New York for a time, if not still now, it's illegal to do something like that. You literally can't grow your own plants on your roof or on your balcony or anything like that. I don't know who's
why.
I don't know what the idea is. Like I guess it's just kind of this general Western idea of like you gotta support our system that we have in place. You have to go to the grocery store to buy food. You can't grow your own food. So if you're growing your own food, then you're not buying our food. So I think it's that kind of mentality what's going on. But it's good that you guys are still able to do that, and bring some of that
Yeah,
nature back into the city life. So I guess I'll ask you too, what yeah, we're trying to bring nature back into the city, so to speak, because we recognize that the city life that many of us are subjected to doesn't really jive with us. It doesn't make us feel right. What are some of your experiences with like how the city makes you feel, or how do you think it affects people, and ways that we can work against that? Like what are the negative aspects of the city that you feel?
Yeah, I think the city life makes people nervous. They no tolerance.
Mm,
You see lots of quarrels between people. Yani, it's really annoying.
mm,
So
Yeah, I think also like in general, you feel like out here, like in Alexandria, in the heart of the city, people are just they treat other people as means to an end, not an end in and of themselves. So that's my biggest issue with people. Every interaction is transactional. It's like, yeah,
mm,
like relating it to like the Indo-Tech society, like it really is. Everything is transactional, just like you're paying money in a supermarket with people. Like everyone just wants something from you, and they don't genuinely want to have a good conversation that's in the moment, natural, going right, like very no one wants to have that anymore. It's all about the hustle and the bustle of the city, about the rat race, getting to and fro, making money.
yeah, people don't ask about each other. They don't
mm,
communicate. Yeah,
And you see
so
that a lot in the city, but when we go, like, let's say to the suburbs, to our farm, for example, when we talk to people there, the tone even is quieter. The spaces between the words are farther. They actually look at you in the eyes and seem interested in what you're doing. It's just that type of environment where it's conducive to like cultivating relationships and friendships and actually wanting to know, instead of the stress that you feel here, where your mind is completely it's
distracted.
overbearing, like with work and stress and just in general the aura that it elicits here, right? Like, do you feel that, or
Yeah,
what
yeah,
else do you?
yeah. That's right.
yeah.
So even it shows on their face. Yani people that lives in outside the city,
Mhm.
their face is
Yeah.
much calmer, and I think, yeah, I can see
So
this.
what are the things that you feel like could help people who live in the city, like for example Griffin and other cast members, or the listeners in general? How do you feel like they should cope with living in the middle of the city? Like, what can they do?
I think if they don't have the opportunity to plant a roof or something like that, they can get more plants in their house.
Mm,
They can get if it's legal there to get birds. The
mm,
birds make you a little bit calmer and as if you're living outside the city. So here we have lots of birds in the early
Yeah.
morning. They come and wake us up in the
that's
window. Yeah, I put them some water and some
Yeah.
food at the bathroom. We have a little window, so they come daily at the same time to wake me up.
Yeah, actually that's a good strategy. She puts, actually, my mom, in every single window of the house there's a pot with water and a pot with food, so the birds can come and stand on
And they're
the
very smart,
on the
so
ledge.
they know.
Yeah.
Yani,
oh
and
yeah.
if they don't find the water, they knock with
They
their
knock
head.
with their
Yeah,
heads and they want water. They know that every day at this
yeah,
time
it's
they'll
been for
find
years.
water. Yeah, it's been years she's been doing that. I actually forgot about that completely. But yeah, she likes always like attracting different animals to our homes. And she also on our window she grows plants. You grow plants here
Yeah, yeah.
also.
I grow some flowers, so
Flowers, yeah.
they think
Okay.
as if it's like a
Yeah.
garden or something. It's their environment.
Environment,
So they
exactly.
come and they stand on the window.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really, it makes, maybe when I'm saying it, it doesn't make a difference, but it really makes a big difference for me and for them.
Yeah, for your
Yeah.
mental health. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So maybe people who don't have the chance to
Your roof.
do a roof, they can make a small nursery in their house, get some plants, and it's nice when you see the plants grow
Mm-hmm.
and it gets bigger and bigger. So and you get some composite for them, the things that nutrients for the plant that makes them
Mhm.
grow more. So it's nice, as if you're getting helping a baby to to
Yeah,
grow
to
up.
grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also I think it's good, like that strategy for like growing, let's say, flowers on your window like ledge or something. It's good for like habit keeping, like every day at this time I have to do this. So it's good also
Mm,
to always keep on track, like,
Yeah.
yes, I'm doing this habit for a long time, I don't want to like break it off, right? It's good for like sustaining yeah, it's hitting two birds with one stone. Basically, you're growing flowers, so you're seeing them grow, so you're helping them, and they're also helping you with keeping you on track with what you decided to start with and to continue doing. So you don't want to like cut it off, right? Because if you cut it off, they're going to die. So it's kind of like a two, like it's a beneficial relationship,
Yeah.
like with doing that, I feel like. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like I think it's good too, you know, that's having kind of a habit like that, and like engaging in a relationship with a living thing. You kind of you get this give and take, that it's not it's what you give to it is what you get
Yeah.
back from it, and that you
Yeah.
get this joy, you get oxygen, you get you know, just the
Endorphins is
Yeah.
one of the-
endorphins.
and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel endorphins. Yeah. One of my friends, well, she saw me one time, so she told me, Mai, I can feel the endorphin coming out of you. What's the story? So I told her.
That's me. Yeah, and it's a lot better than having some, like, you know, I think from my perspective, a lot of people get kind of anxiety or depression when they're living in the city atmosphere, because they're just kind of like addressing tasks day by day and doing the same thing all the time, and they get stuck in a rut, and you know, they don't know how to get out of it. And so like a great thing is to add to that list, not something menial that's like not really gonna do anything for you in the long run, but like take care of a plant, or if
Yeah.
you have a pet, like take care of a pet, go feed the
Yeah.
birds, and engage in this
Yeah.
relationship with the world around you, instead of
You're
just
right.
doing like
Yeah.
data exchange, or like what Nyla was
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
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 You're right. That's true. One last thing I wanted to add it that
Yeah.
to encourage the listeners.
Mhm.
I didn't take any certificates in planting, or I educated myself. I
Yes.
trials and errors, and I see if this plant's growing in the sunlight or it needs shade, by experience. So it all comes this way. So they have to try one time, they'll fail twice, they'll succeed three times, and it will go on. And at the end, now it has been around a
A
year.
year? Yeah, a year.
Now
Okay.
it's perfect. Yeah, and I can know every plant, what's the correct place to plant it in. This one needs some wind, so it will tolerate the wind, so it could be put in this place. Others, they need like a little bit shady places. So it comes by trying and trying on and on.
Yeah.
So this is
Trial
important.
and
Yeah.
error, and
Yeah.
personal experience. This isn't esoteric special knowledge that you have to go to a
No,
library, that
no,
you have to
no,
go to a school to figure out.
no.
It's just
Taught
interacting with the
by
world and figuring it out.
yeah.
Also, my mom interacts with them. Yeah, trial and error is super important. But also, you can have some aid. Like I kind of find my mom like sometimes online, like at night, kind of researching also kind of like with on the within like her phone, like like researching like the different type of plants, and maybe with that they like just a click of a button can help you, right? Like even if you feel like, let's say you're sick of like trying an error all alone, you can kind of like use the internet for a bit of help of like what to do, right? So I mean that can be a supplement to what you're doing, but 100% the most important thing is to keep trying and doing and staying with them and positioning them and watering them, let's say 3 times a day, and then truncating it to 2 times a day, and seeing what the differences are and writing them down on a notebook so you see the best one. Is it 3 times a day dispersed like throughout like 2 hours each, or is it twice a day, one in the morning, one at night?
Right.
Like,
do they like
try
Mozart
and-
music, or do they like 80s pop techno?
Exactly.
Like...
which is it exactly? That would be a good one to write. So yeah, just
And what
keep
there
trying.
is a thing I did, like the I peel the banana,
Mhm.
and I take the peel of this banana, I put it in a jar and put with it some water, so that's a very good nutrient for the plant.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had no idea
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I found one time I read about that. So there are nice ideas,
Yeah.
different.
So do you
Yeah.
you just put it, you just like soak it in the water, and then you
Yeah.
use the water to water the plants?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
really neat. I had no
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, trial and error, and yeah, and like you were saying earlier, Naya, if we're gonna use tech, to let's at least use tech against itself and to
Against
in
itself,
promotion
yeah.
of nature.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly, the improvement of nature. So yeah, I'll be that app isn't the most like natural thing, but I mean you can use it for to help
Yeah.
with nature. So I guess that's one thing.
Yeah, totally. Well, awesome. I thank you guys for so much for coming on and talk with me and teaching us about growing plants and interacting with nature and
Thank you.
recognizing that oneness. And I applaud your efforts in trying to make the world a better place in the city, and wish you luck with your charity and all that. And yeah, totally.
It was our pleasure. Thank you. And we hope one day you come and visit our roof in
Our roof in
Alexandria.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would love to.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I might hold you guys to that. I've never been to Alexandria.
Anytime.
Yeah, anytime.
For sure. Awesome. Well, I'll let you guys go then, and thank you very much again for coming on, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Hope to see you soon. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Griffin. This was awesome. That was so much fun.